Hi, this is your host. When you think of a porcupine, you probably imagine a small, spiky ball that curls up into a tight ball when threatened. But did you know that some species of porcupine can shoot their quills like arrows? How do they do it? Well, it's all in the wrist. First off, let's take a look at how porcupine quills work. They have two main parts, the barb and the shaft. The barb is the part that sticks out from the body, and the shaft is the part that connects the barb to the rest of the quill. And just like our hair, each quill has a root from which the quill grows. These roots are located just under the skin of the porcupine. There are two types of porcupine quills, guard hairs and hollow quills. Guard hairs are long and pointed, and they protect the hollow quills underneath them. Hollow quills are short and barbed, and they're the ones that are good for shooting. You see, when a predator tries to eat a porcupine, it doesn't want to eat the guard hairs. So the porcupine shakes its tail and flicks its spines, aiming for the predator's face. If a quill manages to land in the predator's eye or nose, it will be very uncomfortable for the predator, and might even make the predator run away. But if a predator grabs onto a porcupine and won't let go, then it's time for the porcupine to use its secret weapon, its wrist. When a porcupine shoots its quills, it's actually using its wrist to flick its forearm backwards. This sudden movement launches the quills forward, and because of the way that they're attached to the rest of the quill, the barbs separate as they fly through the air. It's kind of like throwing a frisbee except with quills instead of plastic. But why does it only shoot one quill at a time? Well, if it shot all of its quills at once, it would run out of quills pretty quickly. That would leave it defenseless against predators, which isn't good. So by shooting one quill at a time, it can make sure that it always has some quills left over to defend itself. And those quills can travel really far. Some species of porcupine can shoot them up to 13 feet, which is about as far as a blue whale's tongue can flick. Now, it's not entirely clear what gives these porcupine wrists their super strength. Maybe it's all those tiny little muscles in their forearms. Or maybe it's just something they're born with. But one thing we do know is that it takes a lot of energy to shoot a quill. So much energy, in fact, that a porcupine needs to take a break after it shoots one. They don't want to waste all their energy on one attack, so they wait until they absolutely have to shoot another one. For example, if a predator grabs onto them, they'll shoot one or two quills at the predator and then run away. Or if a predator manages to get close enough to bite them, they'll shoot a quill at the predator and then try to escape. Some scientists think that shooting quills might also help porcupines get mates. After all, it's not easy being a porcupine. You have to worry about predators, finding food, and avoiding humans. Though it makes sense that a porcupine might want to attract a mate while it can. What better way to attract a mate than with a fancy trick? Shooting a quill might be a way for a porcupine to show off to potential partners, kind of like a peacock showing off its beautiful tail feathers. Of course, there's no actual evidence that porcupines shoot their quills to attract mates, but it's certainly an interesting idea. So next time you see a porcupine, remember, don't mess with them. They might look cute, but they're actually dangerous. And if you're a porcupine, practice your quill shooting skills.
Yes.
You never know when you might need them.
I.
Hope you learned something. Phineas and Ferb, the creators of this show, take their quill shooting seriously. In the episode I Brobot, Phineas and Ferb build a robot that can shoot quills. It was designed to help Ferb win a chili cook-off, but it ends up helping Perry the platypus fight Dr. Doofenshmirtz. If you want to learn more about porcupines, click here. If you want to learn more about platypuses, click here. And if you want to learn more about the human wrist, click here.